So one of the 95 things that happened at our salvation is something that doesn't seem very significant, but if you consider it, so it's 1 Peter 2:5, our sacrifices are now acceptable to God. Okay, let me read 1 Peter 2:5. You also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ. So he is saying that since we are in Jesus, our sacrifices are now pleasing to God. They are not sacrifices that are against His will. They are not sacrifices that are against His nature. They are not sacrifices that would bring rejection. And you could think, well, what is that? Like, what is that even talking about? How is that part of my daily walk? I mean, like, what am I going to do? This is a Tuesday. I need to do these things. I need to travel there, pay that, buy that, earn that, whatever. How does that? What are we even talking about here? How does this relate? But consider the simple fact that the first murder in human history has happened, well, because Cain was evil, but it happened because of rejection, and in Genesis 4:5, because Cain's sacrifice was rejected by God. Cain's sacrifice, even before that, was not the kind of sacrifice that would be acceptable to God. Like, Cain made the choice not to bring the sacrifice that God prescribed, and therefore his sacrifice got rejected, and that gave cause to the first murder. So I think this is something significant, okay? Because this is talking about rejection or acceptance by God. So that is a very important point. And I think, like, that's, well, obviously the cause of so much suffering in this world. Even unbelievers suffer because their foolish sacrifices, their religious sacrifices, their self-centered sacrifices are all rejected by God, and they suffer because of this, because, gosh darn it, I work so hard, and why does God reject me? He's not fair. Okay, and that's another talk, but I don't want to go there. But think about it, like how bad it is if God is telling you, you can just bring me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not interested. Like that's not an easy place to be, okay? As a believer, and even as an unbeliever, of course, as an unbeliever, it's so funny because unbelievers, they are angry at God in whom they don't believe. So that's a whole other story. But Jeremiah 6:20, what do I care about incense from Sheba and sweet calamus from a distant land? So God is saying, you bring the best kind of incense. You buy the best kind of scents and sacrifices for me, the most exotic, the richest, the most costly things you buy for me. And what do I care about it? Your burnt offerings are not acceptable. Your sacrifices do not please me. And he's saying this, of course, in the previous verse he described. You paid no attention to my word. You disobeyed my law. So like why would I pay attention to, why would your sacrifices be pleasing to me? But how hard a place it would be that whatever you try to do for God, God would say, no, this is not okay. Just go back to the drawing board. Don't even, don't even bother. It's just not acceptable. You're doing it all wrong. But I have worked so hard. I have done 30 years of serious work for you. Why? And I understand, like, that can be hard. That's really, really hard. But God is saying to us, no, you know what? I have told you how to do it. Why don't you just do it like that? So this would be, of course, Romans 12 verse 1. Let me just read it and give you one more verse to meditate on. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. So this is talking about your smart sacrifice, acceptable sacrifice. God is pleased with it. So, I always share these morning jolts in the hope that you take it, you take the verses, you read them, you meditate on them, and God will give you more or lead you somewhere else entirely. That's okay, and give you there much more. But today, I specifically want to encourage you, take these verses, meditate on this theme, and your sacrifices are acceptable in Christ. God bless your day.